Well, good afternoon. I made a video earlier today regarding the state of the Mets with pitchers and catchers. Are just around the corner, reporting the Port St. Lucie, sign of better weather to come. But it's I left my thoughts and some concerns regarding the fact that we're still very much have a lot of questions regarding the depth of the pitching right now. Things could still get addressed, but anyways, I let off I expressed my disappointment there a little bit. I just want to give a brief summary about the state of the two Madison Square Garden teams, the New York Knicks and the New York Rangers. The New York Rangers, they are clearly missing it. I don't know what that it is, but they keep losing one goal games, and they once again lost another frustrating game to the Boston Bruins on Friday night. A very chippy, very ugly game, but they lost 1-0, and they just can't quite seem to figure out how to win these games, and that's been the story of the season. I don't know what else there is to say. As of right now, they're scheduled to play the Devils tomorrow. It looks like that game is on. I know the Devils have had major COVID issues. They've had their schedule postponed, their season postponed. We were supposed to play the Flyers on Sunday, but that got postponed. Um, Maybe it's not such a bad thing that they got postponed Sunday. We would have gotten destroyed by the Flyers. But anyways, and Panarin not being out on the ice on Sunday, that on Friday night, excuse me, that hurt the Rangers as well. What's really I like the fact that Keandre Miller is a great young defenseman, and I really like Adam Fox, and I do think Shesterkin is going to be here long term and be our future goalie here. Um, the thing that might be what's causing the Rangers to lose these games, and the fact that the other teams are getting that extra burst, that extra finish, and we're not. The biggest culprit, actually, as of right now, as far as active players, has to be Mika Zibanejad. He is the culprit. He's not scoring. He's not scoring. Panarin's picked up his game a bit. Kako's still learning. Lafreniere still learning. He's pressing a bit. The biggest reason why I think the Rangers are not winning games is it's got to go on the shoulders of Mika Zibanejad. He's not scoring. He's not finding the end. He's not finding the net. He's a great player, but he's just not scoring right now. He's goal scoring can be streaky. Maybe as Zibanejad finds it, they'll start to get some wins. But as of right now, that could be the biggest issue going forward with the Rangers is Mika Zibanejad, especially if Panarin's still going to be hurt. He's got to pick up his game. And right now, Zibanejad has not been producing. He just hasn't. The young defensemen have been hanging in there. Like I said, mainly Miller and Fox. I'm disappointed with Jacob Trouba. I think he's a waste of money. I don't like him. I don't think he's that great. I like I said, I like Miller. I like Fox. Those are the two defensemen. We probably could use another good defenseman. Definitely. And we need to get some scoring out of Zibanejad, and we better hope Kako and Lafreniere take that next step in the near future. If that happens, then the Rangers could start to win some games. And you look at this roster and you say, other than like I said, maybe getting more depth on defense and maybe a center that can actually win a face-off or so. You have to. What else can you say right now about this roster? I mean, we're struggling at key moments in the game, and we're not finishing, even though we're hanging right there. And we also are. They're terrible at face-offs. They are absolutely terrible, and it all starts with Mika Zibanejad because he's been struggling as well when it comes to winning face-offs. So Zibanejad's got to pick up his game. Right now, I have to single him out as he's got to pick up his game for the Rangers to start getting some wins and hopefully getting back into some playoff relevance because they don't have a lot of time to figure it out right now. They just don't. I'll leave it at that with the Rangers. As far as the New York Knicks are concerned, they're impressive. They're an impressive young team. Emmanuel Quickly has clearly been a find. in a town where Brooklyn has Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. Emmanuel quickly might be the most popular player in New York City right now. He's good. He's exciting. He's got heart. He's got energy, and I've paid the most attention to the Knicks in a long time. It's actually they're making basketball kind of fun again to watch, with these young guys, with R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle, and like I said, Emmanuel quickly, and so far Derrick Rose trade in the early result has paid dividends because he's teaching Emmanuel quickly, he's teaching Julius Randle, he's taking them under their wing. And the Knicks are nowhere near. I'm not saying they're a championship team by any means. They definitely could use a star. So you always need. And the NBA is the one league where you always need a superstar. But you're starting to build something. The playoffs are reasonable. They're in the goal. Having the New York Knicks win in Madison Square Garden, that arena has been long overdue for a championship, especially when it comes to the Knicks. I know the Rangers have had a consistent run for a while. They just didn't win the cup. Hopefully they'll get there soon. As far as the New York Knicks are concerned, they need that superstar scorer to get him to the next level. And whether it's Zach LaVine, whether it's Beal or somebody else. I think they're missing that one elite scorer that will definitely make them a consistent playoff team. As it is right now, they're a borderline playoff team, but they could definitely use, and as quickly gets better, as Randall gets better, as Barrett gets better. Mitchell Robinson's going to be out for a while, which hurts, but when he gets back there, he's proven he's pretty solid. We just need to get that one elite scorer for the Knicks before, like I said, we can start consistently counting on them becoming a playoff team. Like I said, right now they're almost there, and they could be there this year as a playoff team. But the bottom line is, you got to like what you're seeing out of Quickly. You got to like what you're seeing out of Barrett. You got to like what you're seeing out of Randall. The bench, and Derrick Rose has helped. Thibodeau's been a great coach. So they're definitely moving in the right direction, and I do think that they could very, very well be a playoff team this year. Obviously, when it comes to the East, you got the Bucks, you got the Nets, you got the Sixers as the elite teams, and out West, you got the two LA teams and probably the Utah Jazz. So the NBA, there's always two or three cream of the crop teams in each conference, and then everybody else is either good or right below average and to the bottom of the barrel. It's just how the NBA has always been. You just gotta strike it good in the draft and then finally get that one piece, and unfortunately the NBA is unlike the NFL. The NBA, usually there's not that often that a quick fix comes along, unless a LeBron James or Kawhi Leonard or somebody like that decides to sign with you, which the Lakers got lucky that LeBron, because of the mystique of the franchise, the name, the magic of the LA Lakers, got LeBron to go there. And for the longest time, the Knicks had an image problem because of Dolan, but but it seems like now they've had to work to fix that and to draft right and to get the guys to want to be here and play with heart, and it looks like they're getting there. So I'm happy about the state of the Knicks. Rangers, they're missing that and maybe their roster's mostly there, but Zibanejad's got to pick it up for him. I mean, he's got to get going. I mean, we're paying him to be an elite goal scorer. We know he is. He just isn't finding the net right now. But maybe they're not that far off either. Who knows? We'll see. As of right now, they've got a game tomorrow against the Devils. We'll see if that still happens. But the bottom line is, they're both. There's reasons to be encouraged about both teams, but at least right now, in the short run with the Knicks, they're starting to show more wins. The Rangers, they're just not coming yet, and hopefully they come soon. Maybe it won't be this year, maybe it'll be next year, but either way, they're both young, and there is some promise with both teams. And I would love nothing more than to see both Knicks and Rangers have MSG electric and rocking, and the place filled to capacity once COVID is over with, and a lot of exciting playoff games in that arena, because that arena deserves it. I've been there a bunch of times. It's a great place to watch a game for both sports. Anyways, I'll leave it at that, and I hope everyone has a good day. Take care.